And now for our next victim in the Pittsburgh Hot Talk session. It's Alex from AlexEatsTooMuch, a social media phenomenon that's been operating in Pittsburgh for how long now, Alex?
So I just crossed 8 years of AlexEatsTooMuch.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And I thought I discovered you when I was wandering through different podcasts, and I heard you on the Pittsburgh Dish.
Yes.
And you tell me that's been a while since that was recorded. So
yeah, it's coming up. I think it was about 18 months ago, almost 2 years now. So
okay, well let's start the process.
Yeah,
there,
let's definitely do it. So I'm actually going to start here. I have some stomach reliefs here. I'm just going to take a quick swig before we get going. That way, hopefully coat the stomach a little bit.
I should take that with me whenever
all right, everybody, just giving you a heads
I go up to my favorite
leaving at 2 p.m.
my favorite time. By the way, I remind our listeners that we are at the Pittsburgh Hot Sauce Festival,
yes.
And we do have a certain amount of background room noise going on, and I hope you just enjoy the ambiance of it.
Oh yeah,
because it's been a good day. Let's grab a bottle. Are we ready?
Which side are we starting from here?
Okay, the mild ones are to your right.
To my right here?
Yes.
All right, so let's start with one of these. So what do we got here? We've got Ajuana's Gourmet Hot Sauce. Okay. I just met her recently. Very nice woman.
Where was she at?
So I was part of Baconburg Festival last weekend.
Okay.
So I was one of the organizers for that, actually, with Beers of the Berg. Mark from Beers of the Berg came to me and said, hey, let's do a food festival. And we decided on bacon, and we kind of went from there. So let's figure out, get a dab here. That's probably good. Maybe too much, but we'll see.
Of the mild stuff, it's never too much.
Yeah, the mild's not bad.
Once you get into 8 and 9,
oh, I know. Yeah, that's where I'm worried.
They make people cry.
And honestly, these wings are still hot too, so they just came out of the fryer.
So what gave you the inspiration?
Well, let me take a bite of this first, and then. Oh, that's a good sauce. Just a little bit of heat to it. Nice one to start with. I mean, these wings are great. Cold Friends Kitchen, awesome food.
So tell me this: when you do go to a Thai restaurant, and you've been to several Thai restaurants, okay, and they give you the heat levels that you can enjoy. What do you pick?
So I'm typically a middle of the range person, so I try to go with like a 4 to 5. Maybe if I've been there before and I know I can handle it, I'll go with a 6. You never know with every restaurant. So I've definitely been to some where they have a scale of 1 to 5, and I just know I can't get anything above a 2 there, because otherwise it's all the same. Okay. At least to me, it's all the same. But yeah, I mean that's really what it comes down to. I'm a middle of the range. I like the spice and the flavor together. Once it starts getting into that, like, it's just spice, no, not for me.
So I should state, for anybody that's not familiar with you, AlexEatsTooMuch doesn't prepare food in his kitchen, and you go out, you know the community.
Correct. So yeah, my Alex. Let me do some background about AlexEatsTooMuch, and maybe we can move on to the next wing too.
Oh yeah, we're ready.
Let me take one more bite of this one and cool myself down, because these wings are also delicious. Yeah, this next one here is who is this? Is it spicy sauce? This is the mango ginger mami. But yeah, no. So I'll tell you about my brand. So AlexEatsTooMuch started in August of 2017. That was 8 years ago now, which is crazy when you think about it. Oh, and I'm dripping sauce all over these other wings. That's not good. But it really started out of an inspiration of some friends and coworkers and everybody. I was going out to eat all the time, and they were like, you really should be telling people where you should go. And I kind of just started it as like a photo journal of all the places I was eating. And since then, it's really expanded. I work with a lot of local businesses, a lot of local events, like this Rivers of Fire event that we're at today. And now it's also expanded into working with a lot of national brands, travel destinations, all that sort of stuff, to really just show off the things that you could be eating, the things you should be doing. So this is going to be a lot of fun, the second one here. Let's dive in.
While you eat, I'll just state that the shocking point came when you quit your job to do this.
Yes. Yep. First, this is great. It's got this nice sweetness to it because of the mango. It's a really good sauce. Yeah, I mean, for a long time, I did always kind of think I was going to maybe quit my job at some point and do this full time. This last 6 months or so, between some things that were going on at work and just how busy I was getting with all of this, all of what I was doing with Alex Eats Too Much, it was a lot of making partnerships with different brands and different destinations, and I just didn't have any time to do it all. And I really had to make a pick, like a choice of which one I was going to do. Was it going to be Alex Eats Too Much, or was it going to be a full-time corporate job? Well, I could sit in front of a computer all day, or I could go out and experience all this really cool stuff. I'm going to go out and experience all the really cool stuff.
It sounds like you're having a lot of fun by doing it.
Oh, yeah.
But before we get into too much heat where you won't be able to talk at all, what platforms are you on? How can people find you?
I'm on most of the platforms. My main one is Instagram as at AlexEatsTooMuch, and it's TOO for the two. I'm also on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. I also have a website, AlexEatsTooMuch.com. And for all of them, I mean, if you just search Alex Eats Too Much, you should be able to find them. Because if it may not be the username, but it's definitely there in the name, itself.
And are you the guy that's responsible for the content on that?
Everything. Yep, I do it all.
So let's grab some more sauce.
Well, I'm gonna grab a sip of something just to wash out a little bit. So I have here Jackworth ginger beer, which they're another new company here in Pittsburgh. They've been doing ginger beer for just over a year, about a year now here.
Well, they're set up here, aren't
They're
they?
right. Yep, they're right over here at Rivers of Fire. Their stuff's great. Best ginger beer I've had so far.
Whoa. High praise.
Yeah. Plus ginger beer is supposed to help with the stomach a little bit. So we're trying to get the different remedies in there as we're going. Hopefully, I don't have to hit some of these other ones again later. All right, let's move on to this next sauce. What do we got here? We have the Mastodon Thai Chili Miso Hot Sauce here.
And we don't have to rush, but we do have to pick up our pace a little.
Oh, I know. I'm trying to make sure we're going here.
No, it's my fault, not yours.
All right, so Thai chili. So it's funny. I was talking to them earlier, and they were saying this is one of their hotter ones. And this is number 3 for us. But I mean, I do like Thai chili. It's typically a sweeter type of thing.
So in your life in New York, did you eat a lot out there also?
I did. So I was only in New York till I was about 10 years old. This is a delicious sauce also, but I'm starting to feel that tingling on my tongue now. Yeah, so I was in New York till I was 10 years old. My family, we did go out to eat a lot. We're a very big food family in general. But it was always like pizza night was Friday. We'd go to the local Chinese restaurant. My family background is on my dad's side is butcher shops and luncheonette owners going way back. So I mean, definitely that was all in there. So I was always a very good eater. Loved going to restaurants. Loved trying all this food. It was definitely a change where moving out of New York City for a period of time, the food was not as abundant in terms of different things that we could try. But then coming here to Pittsburgh, it's been nice to see this, the food scene here build up and build up and build up.
Okay. We had a little dip a few years ago.
I know.
We had an event. I don't want to mention its name, but it just was very hard on the food industry, the restaurants and such. And
definitely,
I still find myself headed for places only to get there and discover that they're not there anymore.
Unfortunately,
But in addition to your food life, you help out with a few charities.
Yes.
You find time.
Well, now I'll have more time since I left my job.
When did you leave your job?
I left my job a month ago, actually, to start this full time.
Okay.
So it was really something that I just needed to do already. I was getting too busy with doing all this stuff, and it made sense for me to do what was more exciting. Either sit in front of a computer or eat food all day. But yeah, no, so before we get into that, so this next one I'm trying out here is the original Mezclado hot sauce. It's their hot pepper sauce. But yeah, so I'm doing some stuff with some charities. So the main one that's coming up right now that I'm doing something with is One Day to Remember. And they're an organization that provides experiences to families where the parent has terminal cancer. So what they do is they actually build out a day that the whole family can do activities together. They hire photographers, videographers. They capture the whole thing. It's in order to create a memory for the family. In case something does happen where, unfortunately it is terminal. But they have an event coming up in a couple of weeks called One Day to Remember, One Bite One Day, Buy One Day to Remember. And that event is their annual fundraiser, and it is the premier foodie event of the city, essentially. Okay. So they bring a bunch of restaurants in, do tastings. It's at the Pittsburgh Opera. It's a great event, October 23rd this year. So I'm always a part of that. Plus I've done some stuff with the Pittsburgh Food Bank recently. And then I'm doing some stuff with the Pittsburgh Opera, which is a nonprofit. I'm trying to find more opportunities to do some things here. Let me try this fourth one here. That's good. I've had their stuff before, and I actually think that they're spicier than you'd think, but it's a really good flavor. You get a lot of that pepper out of it instead of the just the heat. And I keep eating the other sides of these wings so I can get something that's not high and a lot of grease.
I'm tempted to put some sauce on the other side so you don't get a break.
Oh.
But that's just the type of person I am.
Oh, thank
Tell
you.
me, not to get into any details at all, but what type of a corporate job was it? What did you do?
So I was doing product ownership or product manager. So that's basically saying how a product should function, how it should work, what should go into a product. So I was doing it for a mobile app, and it was one of those things that I was pretty good at it, honestly, but it was just not for me anymore. When I was doing so much stuff here in the restaurant community, event community, enjoying it so much more than what I was doing.
So in addition to being a foodie guy, you're a tech guy also.
Yes, so my background was actually tech, which is, that's where it's, I've been in tech for essentially 16 years. Really even before that, before I finished college, I was always working as tech support and things like that.
So what type of... So tell me, what beverage are you enjoying now?
Right now I have in my hand the rest of my Velum Fermentation Cubic Duck Hazy IPA. So I'm going to take a sip of this one and before we go into the fifth sauce here. And the fifth sauce, actually, I don't have a spoon or anything, so I'm just going to pour it on and hope for the best.
Oh, yeah.
So this fifth sauce here is Two Ugly Mugs Hot Sauce, their original one. So figure out the best place to put this on the... Oh, that is going to be a lot. Ah, damn. All right, well, here goes nothing, I guess.
Good luck.
That is very good, though. It's more of a tomato base. Very nice. It's almost like a salsa or a sauce. It reminds me also of the texture of a tomato sauce, like a marinara. Very good, though.
So in my attempt to share with people who Alex is, am I correct in assuming some of the family moved to Pittsburgh?
Yeah, so my whole family is here now. It's a very small family, but my brother is here, and he was actually just walking around taking photos of me. He came out here for school. He went to Pitt. I'm a Penn Stater, so Okay. But yeah, I moved out here for work, and then he came out here for school. And then my parents just moved out here 3 years ago.
Okay.
After years and years of trying to get them out here, it was finally it was time to get everybody back together rather than driving back and forth all the time. And it's nice to have everybody here, obviously. It just makes it a lot easier, and we get to see each other much more often, because when they were living 5 hours away, that's you've got to turn a weekend into it. Now it's like they call me up and say, "Do you want to come to dinner?" And I'm like, "Yeah, maybe."
And then you take them out to some place where
I do sometimes.
It's more of a job,
Right. So they say to me all the time, "Oh, we really want to go out to these places you go to all the time. Why don't you take us anywhere?" And I'm like, so every now and then I'm like, "All right, we're going to go to this restaurant. We'll try this one out." And typically they enjoy it when I bring them somewhere. Okay. I have to be careful sometimes because I know their tastes are not the same as mine, and they may not want to do some of those things. I'm starting to feel it a little bit on my tongue now. It's getting in there. And that was after 5, so I do got more remedies here if I need them, though, so we'll see what happens.
No, I've heard nothing about this at all. Oh no, go for the sauce.
Yeah, let's go for the next one. So the next one is the Hammajack Heat Co. This is their Flare Reaper Heat, which that does concern me a little bit that we're already getting to Reaper peppers halfway through. But excited to try this one. I'm also starting to sweat a little bit more here, you know.
So when does the book come out? Is there a book in
There is not a book. No, I don't think a book is going to be in my future. I want to stick more to the videos and the website.
Nobody buys books anymore. I mean,
there are definitely people who buy books. So I do have a lot of friends that have written books recently.
Okay.
And as long as you have a topic that is something that is very interesting and everlasting almost. So like, I have friends that are writing books about basically, landmarks that are never really going anywhere. And if one landmark disappears, it doesn't ruin the rest of the book. I have friends that are writing books about hiking and things like that, where it's like, typically those hiking trails aren't going away. So that helps. Food is complicated, unless I want to do a cookbook or something.
okay.
I don't think that's ever going to happen. I can cook, but I'm not a good, consistent cook.
I was just looking over a book I have of restaurant reviews that was printed 20 years ago, and there's nothing left.
Right.
There's just things change in this world.
Well, and that's the thing. I know somebody who wrote a book about 5 years ago, and there's at least 4 restaurants in that book that are no longer open, which is it's a shame.
Okay.
All right, we're trying this Hammajack sauce now. Oh, that's good.
It's number 6 on our collection of 10 different.
That's a really nice flavor. Let's see what's in here. It leads with cayenne pepper. Oh, okay. Cherry bomb pepper mash. Oh. And then, all right, Carolina Reaper's in the middle, so that's not too bad. But yeah, it's a good assortment of peppers and flavors.
So, how many times have you been interviewed on podcasts?
I think this is my 5th or 6th. Yeah.
Okay, we're just about even then. I just wanted to say before we started this session, I said, Alex, help me out. You've done this more than I have, and you have so far.
Well, and I'm trying to get on more of these type of things too. I think it's just fun talking to people, meeting new people, and really getting to experience that. It's part of why I also started what I'm doing more heavily. I've met so many great people in the restaurant industry, in the event industry, the food service industry, the travel industry. So it's really one of those things where it's exciting getting to meet all these people, talking about them, learn their journey to getting to where they are. Yeah.
So do you belong to local organizations or networking groups? Or
I may rejoin some, but I also want to really get involved again with USBG, the Bartenders Guild.
Sure.
And a couple of those other ones where I can actually interact a lot more with some of them as they're doing things, and really learn about what's happening in the industry. Okay. I've done some stuff with the Restaurant and Lodging Association in the past, and a couple other people. And there are some other local networking groups for young professionals that I may get back into. Now that I'm doing something totally different from where I was previously, it would be maybe helpful to actually talk to those people and see what I can do.
Okay. Well, what you could do now is sauce number 6.
Yeah, we're on to number 7, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're on to number 7. Yeah, 6 was the Hammajack. 7 here is, I heard this one was really good. This is the Tannenbaum's blueberry, sumac, and cinnamon hot sauce here. I heard this had a really great sweet flavor to it.
And at any time, of course, I don't even have to say this, but anytime you want to call it quits.
Oh no, I'm good still.
Okay.
I want to make it to the end. I can definitely feel my nose starting to run though. So let's get this one in here.
I don't want to see you in pain. That's all.
No. So far, these are really, I thought I was going to be doing worse at this point, to be honest. But no, I'm doing very well, I think, here. So now we're on to this one. Right away. It's a great mix of heat and sweetness. Oh yeah, that's nice. You got that blueberry flavor, a little bit of the cinnamon and sumac on the back end. Yeah, that's very nice.
So far, you've talked me into buying some ginger beer and this latest sauce.
Oh yeah,
can't go home without it.
I agree. Yeah, no, that is very good. I mean, and then I'm almost halfway through this can already, but it I don't know if it really does anything for the cooling, but it tastes really good.
So how far do you travel to go to a restaurant?
It depends. So I've done some stuff within roughly the hour to hour and a half range here. I try not to do that regularly because it is difficult to get everywhere. But at the same time, I work with a lot of destinations now, so I spend a lot of time in Happy Valley. I've spent some time in Laurel Highlands and some other places where they specifically want me to come in and talk about the touristy things there, but also about the food that they have there. Okay. A lot of these tourism destinations, they want to have people learn about the food that's there. So if they're coming there already, they can have that background as to what there is to eat also in those areas. But also it's a matter of they may need somebody who knows about food to specifically describe that food versus a regular travel writer who may know how to talk about the destination but not necessarily about the flavors in the dish or anything along those lines. All right, we're now moving on to number 8 here.
I'm proud of it.
It's Maestros Hot Sauce Co. This is Steel Hurton, not Steel Curtain, Steel Hurton. That's a little concerning here. So we'll see how this goes.
Giving you the opportunity.
Not going to do as much as some of these other pours, but still got enough on here to taste it. All right.
So, my next question: do you ever go to places unannounced just to?
I do often, actually. Woo! That hits on the back end there.
But you're so well known now. I mean, it gets harder and harder.
It does sometimes, but like there's enough places where maybe the front of house staff may not know who I am, or even still, I just gotta go places. I'm gonna go out to eat regularly. Most of the time, if a place invites me in, I've talked to somebody in the past, and they really want me to try a certain dish, or they think that they have something that really can showcase who they are. Which is really nice. But then there's a lot of places I just go to all the time where like, I still think, even though my favorite restaurant in the city, I think they have no clue who I am. Honestly. I think
keep it that way, okay?
Yeah, I think they have no clue who I am, but
you're not going to mention them here either, are you?
I'll just say, I'll say who they are exactly. So it's Chinatown in downtown. My favorite restaurant, I've been going there since I moved to Pittsburgh years and years ago. Still go there all the time. I love it. I think they have no clue who I am other than just somebody that goes to eat there all the time.
Very, very nice. But now we're on to number 9.
We're on to number 9. Yeah. I got to find my last 2 wings in this pile. I've got there we go. Afterwards, I'm going to try to finish these wings, honestly. So what do we got here is this next one. This is a Pepper Boy Pepper Sauce Shipwreck. It's a smoked hot sauce with extreme heat. And I was talking to them earlier, and I turned around the bottle, and on the back of the bottle, it's heat intensity is pain. So right away, I was like, this is not going to be fun. And I'm starting to feel that, like, the acid reflux a little bit coming in here.
Well, this will clear it right up, I'm sure.
Oh, there we go. I was like, why isn't this opening? All right, so let's put some on here. Let me find a good chunk of meat here. Come on. That's probably way too much sauce.
I was thinking the exact opposite, but that's
I'll knock some off here. There we go. And I hit it right with the tongue. I mean, that was stupid. But it's a great flavor. I mean, it's numbing my tongue totally at the moment. But it's right. It's a smokier pepper, which is really nice. I like those smoked peppers and like the smokier flavors typically. It kind of, I don't want to say it evens it out, but it brings out a different level of the flavor of the hot sauce.
So which one of these sauces do you have at home? Or you eat that so often?
Well, no. So I have a couple of these. So I do have I mean, it's one of the lighter ones, but I actually just purchased today one of the Ajuana hot sauces. And then I have the, which one is it? This is the Mezclado. I have theirs. I saw them in an event previously. I think that's it for now, but now one of the things was, because I knew I was doing this interview, I didn't really go around trying hot sauces before this. But I'm feeling I'm doing pretty well with this. I may be able to try some stuff afterwards now that like I'm kind of getting through it.
So which one are we on now?
We're on number 10.
And she's about to pull the plug, so...
Definitely starting to feel the sinuses here a bit. But yeah, let's do number 10 here. So number 10 is, what is this? Scorch Garden Raw Range Elixir with ultra hot sauces. Oh man, and what is in this? Aged Carolina Reaper chilies, ghost pepper, Trinidad scorpions, red habanero. This is gonna be hot. This is gonna be like hopefully a drip.
Just a little bit, Alex.
Yeah, just a little bit.
You know,
it's hard when they it's hard when it doesn't have the stopper in it, you know.
You don't have to empty the bottle, okay?
No, let me get the caps on these things before I forget which caps are which here. Oh man, this is gonna hopefully not kill me here.
And now we're just going to have a moment of silence. And
I'm just gonna dive into this one.
Here we go.
I mean, just breathing it in, I can tell it's hot.
Wow, that was no baby bite.
No.
You took it
Boom. But you feel it on the back end here. But I mean, it's not bad. It's got great flavor, but I mean, it's got some heat too. Oh man,
Alex, job well done.
thank you. Yeah,
Thank you for being here.
I'm glad I got through this.
Everything.
I'm actually surprised I didn't even have to go to the oat milk. I had this here ready to go, like just in case I need to really cool down. I may pour myself a glass anyway, but thank you so much. These were great to do. These were delicious. I may pour a couple of hot sauces on the side here to finish these wings.
Hope we talk again. Have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Bye.